Good morning! Happy Thursday to you, because it's our Friday, because we're starting vacation tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. So this is going to be an especially fun and quippy show. Spencer's bringing it with all of the fun.
Yeah, we already lost Joe and Dan, but I think we upgraded.
Where'd we lose them?
Oh, they're not here.
And you know they're not watching.
They're definitely not watching. Roxy, Striar, Danielle, Radford. Two of our very, very favorites, and today is small drink day. Small coffee, small Dr. Pepper.
A tiny drink tip
it's
to you,
It's a tiny drink. Tink. Tip of the coffee to you. So
I just thought I grew.
We have trailers to talk about today, so if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. And let us reiterate, we are not going to show the trailer. We're not going to do a traditional trailer reaction. You should go watch and then come to talk with us about it. We're going to unpack it. We're going to get in the nitty-gritty details. Men in Black International Trailer. Spencer Gilbert, break it down.
It's a trailer. It's a piece of marketing. Who cares?
He's doing Dan for me.
Well, to be honest, my genuine reaction is like, yeah, these look good. I hate to say it. It's been so long since I revisited a Men in Black beyond the first one that I don't know where we are in the mythos. So I wasn't looking for Easter eggs or anything. Or like, Danielle, you look like you have something to say.
Oh, no. I just, I love Tessa Thompson. I like Chris Hemsworth. There was like one tiny little nod to Thor, which was really cute.
There was?
With the hammer. There's a moment at the very end of the trailer where Chris Hemsworth has a hammer and he throws it and someone catches it. And he goes like, "Oh, good catch."
Very cute.
But I think that
Danielle, we were paying all the attention.
At their best, way to go. That's cool. At their best, Men in Black is like fun buddy cop popcorn movies with aliens, and I feel like we'll get another one of those if they play their cards right. Like these aren't, Star Wars. You don't go frame by frame through Men in Black unless you do, and that's cool and that's awesome for you. But I walked away thinking, oh, a nice action comedy. Great.
Roxy?
That's my name. I liked it. I actually had fun with this trailer. I think that everybody knows exactly what they're doing. Like, they're all in on it. Nobody's confused about what this movie is or is not. And so I think tonally it was perfect for what we're looking for. And I like the actors, so yeah, it was totally fun. I didn't watch this being like, yeah, I'm going. I was already going. It was good.
I do mourn a little bit the possibility, like the insane possibility of the Men in Black 21 Jump Street crossover that was proposed a number of years ago. I think this looks really fun. I love these actors. It's F. Gary Gray, like lots of good stuff.
That'll be cool.
There's cool creatures that we've seen.
But wasn't the crossover that was going to be Lord and Miller too,
right?
Yeah. So it's a real shame they've had so many great lost projects because to me that the Men in Black crossover was the perfect escalation of the Jump Street franchise, where it was making fun of reboots, then making fun of sequels, then it could have been making fun of crossovers.
Yeah.
It made sense, but I guess they just wanted.
Well, now there's a Spider-Verse. Maybe they'll do like an Into the Men in Black-averse where they still get to do that.
There's comics. They could do it.
They could do anything they want. That's true. All right. Well, we'll mourn that loss, but we'll check this one out. I think that's it on Men in Black.
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like a nice,
cool
satisfying, a well-made burger, not a sirloin, or not a filet mignon.
Yeah, I think that the thing that I saw the most in my timeline was hashtag
steak and eggs.
Get you some food. I think the thing I saw most in my timeline was hashtag bisexual energy. So that was
for Tessa.
Wait, what?
I guess.
Yeah, for Tessa.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that Chris Hemsworth?
We're all just like, oh.
Yeah,
They're
there's a lot of
so
people
good looking.
They're so pretty.
I mean,
really.
And she looks so good in a suit.
Yeah. I mean, there is obviously the suspension of disbelief that either of these humans would ever be a police anything. You know, like
well, then any of them would go unnoticed.
Enforcing any kind of, exactly.
They need to do that just for walking down the street.
Yeah.
Just like, this is burned in your retina for the rest of the day.
All right. Actually, you've raised a really important point, Spencer, that I'd like us to address about entertainments in general. Guys, if you're here's what if you have a super spy, it cannot be Charlize Theron in haute couture, right? I notice her when she's walking down and blending into this parade in Berlin. I notice her.
Yeah, but they're all, well, the funny thing is, like, they're all blending into, in movies, like high society in Prague. But then when you see in like the real world, like Maria Butina and like the RNC. It's like you're like wearing like a cowboy hat and a gun, and you're like going to a Styx concert.
Well,
like,
if you think about a real super spy, it should be somebody you would absolutely forget. And there was, there was. I think it was in the same Atomic Blonde. There was another character that I was like, yeah, I buy. You're not going to notice this person.
Yep.
This person blends.
Yeah, it's like Naomi Campbell. Like we know that walk. Like there's not. You're not going to not stand out if you look the way that is.
I don't care because I like to look at pretty people.
That's true.
Yeah,
so.
that's also
movies.
true. That's also, you raise a good point. Well argued. Yeah. No, it is. Because with Men in Black, it matters less because it's also already a fantasy. So it's fine that they're beautiful. But when they're trying to do like this, even Matt Damon, I can kind of buy it enough. He's like the most normal of the non-normal genetically engineered movie stars.
I guess so. Yeah, he just looks like a football captain who's really frustrated.
Yeah,
like he kind of missed out on his shot.
Exactly, like he blew his knee right before the big game, and now this is what he does.
Yep.
Oh, poor thing. ACL surgery. What are we looking at?
Yeah.
Jason Bourne is the Uncle Rico of spies.
Hellboy. We have the new Hellboy trailer. This came out yesterday. It opens on April 12th. It's obviously starring David Harbour, the sheriff himself.
Yeah.
Mila Jovovich, Ian McShane, Daniel Day Kim, directed by Neil Marshall. Thoughts on this reboot? Do you have an attachment to Hellboy?
No.
Yeah, strong.
I didn't like this trailer very much. That wasn't the answer to your question, but I guess my only attachment is that I love Ron Perlman, so there's that, and fine. But no, I'm not like, I'm not one of those people who it's like, not my Hellboy, you know. But I don't know, this trailer was kind of lackluster to me. And did yours start with the same joke that it had in the middle of it as well about the ID?
I thought that was a glitch.
Maybe, but it happened. I rewound.
Was it?
I don't know, but
Do you call it rewinding anymore?
I think it's a teaser for the trailer you're about to watch.
Yeah, that's the thing, because when you watch the Men in Black trailer, they did that too, where there were like 3 seconds of imagery that you were going to watch again a minute
Not
later.
sure why they do that.
I don't
This was
need
a
that.
full joke.
Yeah.
And then they just did it again, like 30 seconds later. It was weird.
Yeah, I really thought that was a glitch. Was it not?
No, I think that was on purpose.
that's on purpose. I think that's what we're doing now. I
Yeah.
think
What
a
are
lot
we
of these trailers are doing this thing
The trailers
where
have trailers immediately before them.
because I
The
feel
teaser
like
to the teaser of the teaser?
they probably
God
do
damn it.
their like Insta Stories version, their like Vine version that's like 5 to 10 seconds long, which is just like flashes.
Yeah.
So why don't they just Instagram that and then not put it in their trailer?
Because they spent the money on it, so you might as well be like, here's what you're gonna see. Here's again the trailer to
Doubling
the trailer.
down. This is definitely what you're going to see shortly. Like, that's interesting. All right, I want to talk about the Hellboy trailer, but is the presumption just that we all are goldfish? Are we just human goldfish in the eyes of Hollywood at
I
this
do
point?
feel like a goldfish sometimes, so I wouldn't be so far off.
I don't know what happened 9 seconds ago, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of media.
That's all fair.
Black Panther came out this year, you guys.
Whoa.
I know.
It feels like a decade has gone by. There's been so many movies in my eyeballs since then.
Yeah.
But
and
then
each
also-
one has been 7 different movies.
So many
Movies all the way down.
though, I feel the opposite about a lot of them. That I'm like, wow, that didn't come out this year. Like, what's happened between Wonder Woman and now in my life? Not that much.
Aquaman?
Like, just
Aquaman.
happened. Aquaman, yeah. It's just like it feels like this year, like Phantom Thread. That was this year. It was not.
We won't start. We won't start about Phantom Thread because, like, I was like, yeah, I wish that came out this year. There wasn't another movie as good as Phantom Thread that came out this year.
Woof. Spenny G, woof.
Hot take. Spenny, did you like the Hellboy trailer?
No, he looks like he wants to die in that. in those prosthetics. Like, I feel like Ron Perlman really kind of, they didn't, this is going to sound like an insult, they didn't have to do as much to make him look like Hellboy.
No, totally. I agree. Because he kind of just like does it.
David Harbour looks like he's really in physical pain and just uncomfortable. Like, you can just hear, like, please kill me in pretty much every scene. The movie, again, looks fine. It looks like, why are you doing Hellboy again if you're not going to do anything that different with it? It's like they're doing a slightly watered down version of Hellboy. I'm not sure why we're getting this.
Which I thought was kind of the point of it, was it was going to be something that was a little different or maybe darker. And I agree, the prosthetics, this is a weird thing to say because I do like the comics and I like Hellboy. it feels like they had to like prosthetic around his beard, and that's like a weird thing. Just the
Do
way
we
that
have
Get
a
the beard
facial
back
hair
up?
controversy on our hands,
Yeah,
ladies
another
and
one?
gentlemen?
Is there a CGI
Can we enhance?
beard gate?
Can we enhance? Enhance.
because like
Enhance.
look at that, and then like
It's not working.
think of where his beard would be underneath that.
Yeah, that's where the scarring is. Well,
But don't you think he probably shaved his beard
I
for
would think
Hellboy?
so.
I
If
would
not-
think he would, but it
Unless
kind of.
contractually he really
I think that's
fought
just
for
an
that.
entire fake jawline.
It
Yeah.
might be. It looks like it's on with a chin strap underneath.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think it even looks necessarily that bad. I just think that the fact that it doesn't look good and he's the title character, that's a problem. Like, put all your money into that first.
and when when is this out? I don't even remember.
April?
This is
April.
out on April the
So
12th.
we still have some time. There can still be maybe some post that's thrown into this that we haven't seen
Definitely.
yet, and so I want to give it. I'm as optimistic. I want to give it a shot. Maybe
Sure.
like this is not the final thing we're gonna see. Maybe there's more that's gonna be added to it that's going to make it look better.
Story-wise, are you looking for anything? Because I don't know what this trailer said story-wise.
He's Hellboy.
We're back to the
Hellboy,
beginning.
he's-
This is
Hellboy.
intro to Hellboy. Hellboy
He's-
Studies 101. Like,
on their side.
yeah.
He Hellboy, and now he is back to.
All right. Well, we solved that one. So.
I guess after seeing what Pacific Rim is like without GDT, I think we're now seeing what Hellboy is like without GDT, and it turns out he's the difference. He makes a big difference.
Well,
A lot
we
of
have-
wins over replacement. There's a little baseball stat for you for Guillermo.
Every time we see a movie that costs $100 million, just think of the 20 movies that Guillermo could be doing with that $100 million. Although
I feel like that's the same thing that we say about Peter Jackson. Like, just someone give them money to make some weird stuff with puppets again, please.
Give them less money because
less
we just
money.
got
Less money.
less
but-
money for Peter. He doesn't need
I
more
want to see
money.
if
He
a
doesn't
city
need more
fought
money,
another
yeah.
city, mate.
He needs honestly, he needs to be given a cardboard box and like a xylophone and like let his creativity flow
Yeah,
out
give him.
of those
He's got an
restraints.
iPhone. Like, go out
Yeah.
and make Peter Jackson's Tangerine. You
I
know?
would take a xylophone at this point.
Sure.
Yeah, then let the Weta guys work on something else.
Yeah.
You don't get to work on this one.
I mean, Guillermo, it's like if you look at, sort of the scripts that to make those movies, it would take a lot of money and not necessarily $100 million. And I think with him, it's one of those things where the studio probably feels like, well, we're not really guaranteed at all to make that back with one of your movies because historically that's the case.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That said, I still want to see those movies.
Yeah.
Me too.
How about get an Oscar for him? How about that?
Get an Oscar. Get
Yeah.
you an Oscar.
How about that, Benny G? How
About that. How about that?
Although he's also had some strong performers at the box office here and there. Another legal segment. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, good. We have Danielle today.
Yeah, we have our lawyer, Danielle Radford, here, so she can clear up a few things for us. We were left at sea when we talked about some legal issues the other day. We
Fortnite
did not have
dances.
our
The
Fortnite
Carlton.
dancers, the Carlton.
I have opinions.
Oh, right,
it's not the
right.
show.
Copywriting, good, opinions, and then we'll talk about what Disney has done, which is to trademark the Swahili phrase, Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata.
I feel like you're adding an
It's
extra
a
syllable.
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna
Matata.
There it is.
Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
I think if they
added-
like banana, like hukunana, and it's just hakuna.
Okay, anyway,
Hakuna.
no
But
worries.
that's like the Vanilla Ice version
Yeah.
again, where
Mine's
it's like
dun 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 dun. Like, sir, you just said the same thing twice.
So let's address these things. Can you copyright? I think the main question we have is, can you copyright an actual phrase from a language, and can you copyright? Then we'll talk about the Carlton.
Yeah. But what's funny is that like they're not the first people. Walmart tried to copyright the smiley face. And folks were like, no, you don't get the smiley face. I think
When you say folks, do you mean lawyers?
yeah, sorry. I mean, lawyers. I'm just a small town lawyer of folks like you. But yeah, the law was like, you can't do that. I feel like so there are different kinds of copyright. You can copyright things or trademark things for like limited and then for broader whatever. So Disney could say, hey, you can't do Hakuna Matata on a t-shirt and then also have a meerkat and a warthog on that t-shirt, or then also have a lion on that t-shirt. We did that. That's ours. You can't use a riff that sounds like it if you're doing a commercial for tourism or anything like that. But
Torino, Florida.
Da, 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 da. See, we added a very long fart noise, so you can't sue
it's
us.
not the same. I do think this is one of those. If it was any other, most other companies would not, I think, dream of doing this. It is the Walmarts, it is the Disneys, because they have the $40,000 to be like, well, let's just see.
But why are you putting your energy there?
Because they
It
can
just
afford
feels
it.
But why? Why don't you want more people to use the phrase Hakuna Matata? First of all, who on this planet, except for people who speak Swahili, is that what you said the language was?
Yeah, it's Swahili.
Who knew that Hakuna Matata was not from The Lion King? I did not.
Well, Liz Lenjo, a
She
Kenyan
knew.
intellectual property and entertainment lawyer, disagrees with the petition. She says Disney has not stolen anything. The petition, basically, with 50,000 signatures, is to stop this. And she said the use of Hakuna Matata I don't know what's wrong with me. By Disney does not take away. Like, that's a global statement, but we'll just focus here for now.
In this instance.
But in this particular instance.
We love you a whole lot. Nothing's wrong with you. You're perfect.
This is right. Disney does
How's
not
this tiny
take
can
away.
taking so long
It's
to drink?
so small.
It's like
can.
the TARDIS. It's like
keeps
infinite Dr. Pepper in
refilling
here.
itself.
Sorry.
Wait.
Rub it in, why don't you? I would love a can.
Is
All right.
Well, I guess we're heading to. Are you some kind of deity? We're heading into this time of deities.
Maybe you are, because you're blessing me with
I
eternal
am.
Dr.
Oh,
Pepper.
good.
I have no part in this.
How would I bless? Nope.
I wanted
It's
to
a
see
Hanukkah
it.
miracle. The Dr. Pepper can lasted one whole SJU.
HSJU.
We are punch drunk.
I
Last
do feel
day.
that way.
It's the last day.
Yeah.
So the use of Hakuna Matata by Disney does not take away the value of the language, she said to CNN. East Africans or whoever speaks Swahili worldwide are not restricted from using the phrase. She added, the conversation on the internet has been blowing up because the misconception and misunderstanding around intellectual property law, the ethos behind intellectual property law, and the various regimes of protection.
Yeah, it's like they can't copyright Ohana, right?
Yeah.
They can't
means
copyright
family.
Right, like they can't, although Ohana means family, they may be able to copyright depending on how many other, translation guides or whatever have used that phrase. They can't copyright aloha, they can't copyright mahalo. And so I think that while, yes, this isn't a language that is spoken by this isn't, a language that's spoken by everyone in the world, it's a common phrase in a thing. I cannot see them winning. But again, if you're Disney and you can afford to spend $50K to see if you can, why not? And then maybe you have something.
Yeah, and I think
I don't think it's necessarily right or cool, but
But
What the lawyer
happens
was-
once that's trademarked? What does that mean in terms of the use of the
Yeah,
phrase?
I think that's what they were trying to tease out. Is it's like they're not saying you can't say Hakuna Matata. I think maybe it's like you can't put it on a T-shirt or make a song and sell the song with a meerkat.
Wouldn't that be the equivalent, just because it's not English, so I guess people aren't taking it as seriously, which is stupid, but wouldn't it be the equivalent of Universal being like, you can't put yada, yada, yada on a shirt?
But that's the thing. That was a yada 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 is an excellent example because that's what we were talking about. That was named when they were talking about the Carlton and whether you could trademark the Carlton. It was like, could you then trademark yada yada yada? Could you then trademark? And
Which you
I
can't,
still
right?
don't know if I'm spreading a fake rumor that I once heard, but let's get into it. Taylor Swift, and I have to fact check this, I had heard was trying to trademark this sick beat from
This
Shake It Off.
sick
This
beat.
sick
Yeah.
beat, which is like that's just
not
not
a
a thing you
phrase.
made up.
although I was saying something like to Roth, like YOLO is something that Drake could copyright because he did come up with that. You
Right.
only live once, YOLO, that's the motto. I'm not going to do the whole
Baby.
song.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, like they could probably trademark that because
They probably have, it's theirs.
Even though the sound of it is
Now with
something
the
quite
Carlton, with the Carlton, the reason why I believe that is trademarkable is because it isn't just, a lot of arguments have been made that, like, yes, he said that he cribbed some moves from the Dancing in the Dark and he cribbed some moves from other thing. But if you look specifically at the Fortnite dance, it isn't just the like
Wait, so-
it's
wait,
also
wait.
this part,
Wait, does
and
it
that's the
trace
part that
back-
makes it
Oh, sorry, go
choreography.
ahead.
Sorry, the part that makes it his specific choreography is that it's a chain of two moves put together, two distinct moves.
Yeah.
So Yes.
Oh my god.
I don't think she knew
does
that.
this trace back to
Yeah, she didn't
Monica?
know.
Yes, it
it
traces
does trace
back-
back
yeah,
to Courtney
yeah.
Cox in the Bruce Springsteen video.
Can she get in on the copyright with him?
No.
No, why not?
Because
Lawyer
you,
Danielle?
because you can be inspired by a move and reinterpret the move. And again, if it was just a like, dun, 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 it would be fine.
Okay.
But he also adds in that this move, which makes it his specific
Let's all
choreography,
do
and that is what is included in Fresh.
I just like can't be
Wow,
bothered.
I'm a nerd.
It's just so like pick on things that matter. Just really, I mean, I get it's your livelihood, and okay, but you can trade. If I go like, and then I do, and somebody else does that. Because it's two distinct moves. Like
I
the
think
human
it's-
bodies can only move in so many directions.
Well, it's also specifically because well, it's also
That's quitter talk.
There's so many directions, but it's also specifically because they are monetizing it. It is a part of the game. It is Fortnite, if I'm not mistaken, is a free game,
But
and
they
those
sell
are the things
that.
that they sell.
Yeah.
And also, there is a long history, and this is where I'm going to get it in the comments, but I'm going to say it. There is a long history of creators of color having things lifted and being used in pop culture. Someone came up with, and this is stupid, but someone came up with the word fleek, and now it's everywhere, and people use it on
Who
everything.
came up with fleek?
There is a girl on Twitter, you can find her, who came up with the word, like eyebrows on fleek, whatever on fleek. Now it is everywhere, and she is not paid for that cultural contribution, but other people have used that cultural contribution. So there is an argument to be made about that. And I know I'm going to get it in the comments. I'm totally
Well,
fine
no,
with
it's
Why are
actually
you gonna
really
get it in
unfair
the
because white people can't
I'm
dance.
probably gonna get it in
so.
the comments now. Well, especially
that's
when
not- there's-
especially when
How
they're
are we ever
Jewish.
supposed to dance if
We
we
have
can't?
two left feet.
We have to branch out. We can't dance as a people.
Question though.
Yeah.
I think I'm always
true.
going to get it in the comments. But if you think of things that almost any common phrase derives from
Somebody made it.
Yes. Absolutely.
came from I don't know where. There should be some kind of website that tells me these things.
I just think it'd be
I guess
so
it's
hard
like
to
Know Your
trace.
Meme. Is that the website I go to find where things
I don't know what that
originated?
is.
Yeah, Know Your Meme, I believe that they came out of Encyclopedia Dramatica, which is a wildly problematic thing. And that's why they made Know Your Meme, because that's like the safe for work, not terrible and horrible and edgy for no good reason version of that. So I believe you can usually, but also you're right. We're in a world now where you actually can trace those things back. Whereas it used to be
sometimes.
harder.
Like I have a
Unless
friend,
it's like Shakespeare making up words.
I have a friend who takes to the he swears on it. He's like, I made springtime Oreos. Like I made, and it's like, well, and he's like, no, but I did.
That's such a Romeo and
Yeah.
Michelle.
You know what,
I
though?
invented the post-it
You guys
note.
were really high and you were eating them, and he was like, "I swear I did."
No, he's like,
Yep.
I'm the one who gave them
Yeah,
the
me
idea.
too.
It was me. I know it. And like, fleek, okay, different. Maybe you can trace that back. But like, I feel like, and maybe I'm being insensitive, but like, I could make up a dance, and if somebody took it, I didn't do like. This is my range of motion. That's all
It doesn't
I
help
got.
that you're wearing leather, my love.
That's all I have. And so, like, if I did this and then I went the other way, that's two movements. Like, I don't have that many movements. So if you string together this and then I don't even know what that part
It's
was.
this thing.
Yeah.
But also, he's a professional choreographer, so
Totally.
that's
And
different.
Alfonso Ribeiro?
Alfonso Ribeiro?
He's been
Yes.
dancing. Oh my God!
Yes.
Do you,
What?
do you not remember
No.
when he
He's
was a
very
kid?
good. He's actually really talented.
Yeah,
And
when-
he went on one of the
Dancing with the
shows.
Stars.
Yeah.
When he was a child, he used to sell like these like kits that would teach kids how to break dance.
Oh my
He was a
God.
dancer before he was an actor.
I
Yeah.
had no idea.
He's been dancing since he was like 4 or
Wow.
something crazy like that. Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
More you know.
Alfonso Ribeiro facts. Danielle and Roxy.
I love him, by the way.
Yeah.
I really do. I just don't know if like this makes you like copyrightable.
Well, so you're thinking that this is vulnerable to patent trolls who will patent every possible range
Yeah,
of motion of the
Definitely.
human
I'm
body.
just
Yeah.
nervous. Like all of a sudden, I'm going to be on the street. I'm going to go like this, and somebody's going to be like, "You owe me $5,000." Like I didn't even. I don't know. That's all I can do.
But there is a difference between that and something like if when Fosse does Chicago,
Yeah.
like you're not able to just do those
But
dances and claim them as
people
themselves.
come pretty close.
They come
do
very
They do
close.
the Muzak, Fosse,
And
all
I
the
think that's the
time.
problem. Fortnite does not do the Muzak version. They do the version.
No,
Yeah.
I mean that's right.
Yeah.
And I will say that the Carlton has always been so associated with him versus like if you take the Elaine dance, like I think she's probably, you can
have it.
You can have that.
Unrelated.
That's okay.
She's been fine before she was famous.
Yes.
She
Before and
came
after.
from a money.
She'll be
She's
right.
fine.
She's fine before and after. I mean, it's an interesting sort of the idea of intellectual property. And I mean, Fleek is interesting because it probably is on a lot of t-shirts. And it is
it was in
commercially.
songs,
What are we
it
supposed
was-
to do? Pay somebody every time we say fleek?
No, if you sell something
No,
with the word
not if you say it. If you
Fleek
put it on a
it.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say
It's a
anything.
sound. It's
It's a word.
It's a word. And it means,
All words are sounds,
something,
Roxy.
and it means something specific that this person made up. And that's how.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
So why don't we pick one right now?
Okay.
Yeah.
What should it mean?
Gerbil.
Gerbil.
Gerbil. Okay, what does gerbil mean?
Gerbil is no, you didn't.
Gerbil.
Gerbil.
Use it in a sentence.
Gerbil. Like, okay, did you drink that soda? Gerbil.
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 Yeah, this is how all
Gerbil.
good language happens, like focus group. And
But
we'll
this
just
is
get in a
like-
room and figure out the new
like,
slang for the kids this
I'm
year.
Culture.
I'm not supposed to add things to society. Like, I'm not cool enough, so it can't be me. Like, it just can't.
Well, then you don't have to worry about people patenting your words and moves.
Yeah, which is why clearly I'm bitter and I'm never going to sue anybody for using any of my words because they'll never catch on. But if somebody starts using gerbil, definitely you're going down.
Hashtag Gerbil you.
We have to figure out how to spell
I
that.
think I gotta go ahead and crash this train.
What?
Ooh.
Oh, is the show over?
I think it is.
Oh.
I thought
Is there any more movie news to talk about?
Nah, not a
Nah.
bit. Not at all. Nothing to say.
Yeah.
Did you guys want to keep going?
Always.
Make up a word.
Flabzuba.
Great. What does that mean?
Flabzuba. Flabzuba is when you subtweet someone and say their name but do not at them.
Oh.
Oh, so it's like,
Spencer?
don't at me, bro.
Schneppers.
What does that mean?
It's like a sarcastic way of saying yes. Like
Schneppers.
Schneppers.
That one's gonna catch on.
What do you got, Roth?
As a matter of fact, I have Roxeller. Roxeller, and it means warm and loving and smart and delightful. And you are Roxeller, and you guys are all Roxeller.
You are Roxeller too.
And we wish you a Roxeller holiday.
Gerbil.
Schneppers.
Ugh, movie fights us today. Go watch it.
Watch it. Do we have a
Just-
thing we throw?
I don't
Are we throwing
know.
to
God
something?
damn it. No.